Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Silver Filigree 3 and I do art. Specifically, I like to work with Copic markers and watercolors. Okay, really just Copic markers. I like to think I can do watercolors and try and do better with them, but it's probably going to be mostly Copic markers here on this here channel. We'll do lots of fun artsy things like reviews, tutorials, speed paints, you know, all that fun stuff. Maybe some art hauls. Hoping to get to the art store real soon, so maybe you'll see that in a future video. But let's keep the introduction short and sweet and get right down to what I'm drawing today. So this drawing is called Pastel. And she does have an actual name like most of my other drawings, which is Charlotte. Her name's Charlotte, but I thought Pastel was more fitting because I don't really usually work in pink and purple as my color scheme, so I thought I'd take advantage of it while I had the chance. I mean, it's not every day you get to name a drawing Pastel, right? But anyway, as you saw me do a few minutes ago, I used my pink Prismacolor Col-Erase pencil to do my rough sketch, and now I'm using just a mechanical pencil with, you know, regular old lead, or graphite, graphite, to make my final sketch, which really isn't final because now you're going to see me like erase and stuff. So now I'm pulling out my Copic Multiliners, that's what they're called, right? Copic Multiliners, in wine and cobalt to do the liner. And I thought for this drawing, since I knew what the color scheme was going to be, it might be fun to do a mixture of the pink and blue. I mean, I could say wine and cobalt, but let's be real here. They're pink and blue multiliners for her hair, which I did end up straying from what I was initially thinking for the color scheme, which is, I mean, the line art still looks cool, it just doesn't have much of an effect is what I was originally going for, but originally I was going to do this glowy, floaty background behind her, which could have been cool, but I wasn't really sure how to do that with only the pencils, because I don't really work with colored pencils that often. Like, I don't do full illustrations with them, it's just for detailing. So I wasn't really sure how to do that, and it might look weird because I decided to have it be just like a cut-off headshot sort of a picture. So here is what I call a long time working on cable knit sweaters. I don't know what I was thinking. In this drawing I have braids and the cable knit sweater, and it looks like it took no time at all in this thing, but it took forever, and by the end, you know when you do something so many times, like something really detailed like that, it starts getting weird, like, you know, the braid is like, you know, one half, one half, one half, one half, and then I'm like drawing it one side way off to the side. I'm like, okay, that's enough cable knit for now. And I think in the end it turned out looking pretty nice. I just probably will include cable knit sweater and braids in the same picture again. Now, this is in my Strathmore 5x7 tan sketchbook, and I am going to be selling the original on my store, so if anyone's interested in that, or maybe some prints or buttons, leave a comment down below. Or just go visit the store. I don't know why you comment about going to visit the store, but hey, it can be cool. Be like, just bought up some prints, yo! Check out how cool it is! But anyway, now I'm on to inking the braids in the wine multiliner, and I realized when I sketched them I made them look pretty angular, so I decided, why sketch it again? I'm just gonna like kinda sorta wing it when I go over them, so they look, I hope, a lot softer now. Not like super loose braids, but not like locks, because that's not an actual thing. And then here, this was interesting, because I'm not a sewer or someone who knows how cable knit works, I just basically have them as two little halves touching each other, like they don't actually overlap or anything, you know, like in the sections of the cable knit, I don't know how that works, so I'm hoping it, I mean, I think it looks right, I just sort of wish I knew how that actually worked. If anyone knows, like leave a comment down below, be like, cable knit, this strand goes over this strand. Is it even strands? Is it like a braid just in the shirt? I'm not the person you'd ask. I just think it looks cute. So now I'm erasing all my sketches, and the whole drawing just lightens up immediately because I'm looking at the pencil. And here I'm inking in her eyebrows. I think I could have gone a little more, I don't know, maybe like larger eyebrows, just like a little more definition down from there. I don't know. Now I'm going back in with the Cobalt multiliner and just darkening up the liner in some spots to add dimension, making the braids look a little bit better. Oh, now here I'm starting the coloring with my Copic markers. I'm hoping to do a bunch of tutorials and speed paints and things with my Copics on this channel because I've worked with them for a few years now, and I just love Copics passionately, like a lot. Okay. I took a ceramics course and we had to create a plate with a sgraffito design on it. My sgraffito was in the shape of a Copic, and then around the edge I made all the different nibs you can put on Copics, but I digress. Now I'm layering V93 Early Grape to do the shading, and I've got my swatch book over there to see what's up. And now I'm going in and adding some more shading with either, I think it's BV11 or BV000. I don't have them right next to me. Well, I do, I just don't remember what it is. For her hair, I used R20 and R000, which I think gave it a really interesting orangey, pinky color. I mean, I could have tested it off to the side, but to be honest, I was down for whatever it would be. I mean, all the colors are good. I think at this point, I could have made whatever it was work, so I was like, okay, I know what that color looks like, let's do it up. And I'm pretty happy with the results. So, I guess that's good. Now moving on to starting on her face. And I started with E000, and I am so happy. I finally figured out how I want to shade noses, and it's making me really happy. I used to try and go around and like under the nostrils, so it looked like the person was looking down and you could see the edge of their nose. I figured out if you just paint over that, it looks like a regular nose, and I'm so happy. Like, it's so sad. When you look at reference and like, I can draw lots of things. Noses are just hard for me because there are no real hard edges. It's all just light and shadow when you're drawing it. So it's really kind of hard to define the shape of a nose in Copics because they blend. I mean, I'm sure there are ways people have done it, but if I want to do it the way I have it in my head, it's really difficult, and I figured it out, and I'm so happy. I just worked on her eyes a bit, and this is pretty much just add every color in the drawing and make the color of her eyes. So that's what I did. Now here's the best part of working on tan paper for me, is when you add the white colored pencil or white anything, because then it makes it pop and it looks so much fun. It looks so much fun. How about that? There we go, grammar. And I'm just highlighting her braids. I did her teeth and her eyes. I really love how the teeth came out. Like, I'm really excited about the teeth. And now I'm just going in with a purple Prismacolor and trying to do some reflected lighting. No, what was I doing? It's not reflected light. Okay, there's probably a technical term, but I was just adding a lot of saturation in the shadows, which I think gives it this really interesting look. Maybe it's lighting, maybe it's just the intensity that is going on with the colors, but I really dig how that lilac purple makes the kind of muted pink pastel color stand out more. And then, yeah, I just went in where all the shadows are and added that at the deepest part, so it gives it this really interesting look. And then I went in and did the same thing with blue, because I thought it would give it a little more electricity to it. And I think you can really start to see it now. Just when I'm adding the blue, it's starting to look a little bit more zing, you know? And then again, the fun times of coloring the cable knit. What? Repetition? What is that? Yes, we just call this drawing repetition. Go over the same thing a million times. But now I'm dotting in some shadows in her face. Yeah, at this point I looked at a actual photo reference and I was like, oh, I guess I could add some more shading. Because her face was looking a little bit flat to me, and that's just part of the style I'm using right now, is the face doesn't have too much depth to it, which I think looks kind of interesting when you're adding dimension in other ways, like with the highlights on the tan paper and stuff. And here I'm just making the highlights a bit brighter, adding more on the lips, And I'm going over the lips again because I didn't think they were the right tone. You know, adding more blush, just final touch-up sort of stuff. Now I'm dotting in some freckles just along her cheeks and nose. And here is the final piece. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I hope you like Miss Pastel, and thank you for watching.